Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 18 of Inside the Numbers. I'm Hunter Aschenbrenner. Sam Goodman and Ethan Hornstein are joining me today. Jake Arabak is not here with me for injury-related concerns, but that is not going to stop this episode. The New York Knicks are NBA champions for the first time in 53 years, and we're going to talk all about it. And yeah, let's get right into the episode. So the Knicks, for the first time in 53 years, are crowned the top of the NBA as champions. They bring home the Larry O'Brien. They do so by defeating the San Antonio Spurs in 5 games. They win 3 on the road, and we're going to dissect the entire series. We'll go all around the full reaction. I know, Sam, you're probably not happy with one championship, but we'll go around before we dive right into the series.
Yeah, it's surreal. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. It still really hasn't fully hit me yet because, I feel like everything in the playoffs just flew right by. Because, obviously, we took 3 out of 4 series in 5 games or under. So, I mean, pretty quick playoffs overall. Pretty surreal. Never thought I'd see the day, as I just said. And yeah, hopefully we can build on it.
Yeah, I mean, it still hasn't kicked into me yet because I fully expected to be playing a game six in Madison Square Garden, and I know that people like Hunter, who was right, thought that the Knicks would come back in game five when we went down 16, but after coming back the game before, I just thought it wasn't possible. And I wasn't as upset because of how game four ended, but I really just expected a game six, and now we're champions, and we don't have to play game six tonight. And I'm grateful and I'm excited for the parade for sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but he just said about how they were down 16. I mean, that was the common theme in this series. The Knicks were always down double digits. They were down double digits in all 5 games, and they always storm back. That's what this Knicks team does. There was a moment in Game 5 where they were down 12, or they got it to 5, and then it went right back up to 12. Obviously, Jalen Brunson is putting on a performance for the ages, and it's like, okay, Brunson will come back in and they're going to win the game. And that's exactly what happened. But let's start from game 1 in San Antonio and really the first 2 games. I mean, the reason the Knicks won these games and went up 2-0 back to the Garden was Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, he was easily the favorite as we came back to the Garden to be the Finals MVP. He was playing incredible basketball. He was shutting down that dirty Frenchman Victor Wembanyama. He was playing amazing, and yeah, it was the Karl Anthony Towns show.
Yeah, we saw it earlier in the playoffs too, and later in the regular season where he was becoming the facilitator of the offense. He was sacrificing, and that's what real champions do. That's what real star players do. They sacrifice to go win a championship. And that's what he did. He sacrificed his points for to help out the team more, get more assists, and obviously it led to great success.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with Sam. I mean, we've cat in pretty small sample size with the Knicks. I mean, it's only been 2 years. A lot of the times when fans have gotten on him, it's been for lack of defense and lack of, I wouldn't say heart, I would more say hustle, not getting back on defense, complaining too much to the refs. We kind of saw he was getting back on defense. He understood how important he was to the Knicks this series. And even if he wasn't shooting the ball 15 plus times a game, like Brunson or even OG sometimes, he knew how important he was on defense to the point where he wasn't letting it affect his play and affect the way that he went about the game.
Yeah, completely. And he was, amazing. Obviously, we know his story. He referenced it multiple times in his post game interview. Amazing for him to finally get over the hump and get the ring. But I want to dive into what I said earlier, how he defended the hell out of that dirty Frenchman. And that guy is Victor Wembanyama, who the 7'5" alien with all the talent in the world. And for some reason, he feels the reason to play dirty, try and hurt people, and not show strong sportsmanship or anything. And I feel like it really started where his dirty play started to come out was Game 3 with that shove on Jalen Brunson in the first quarter. Obviously, the referees, which we will talk about, they did not call that a foul somehow, and they didn't call it a flagrant in real time or in retroactive time. Yeah, I mean, there were other instances later in the series where he should have been called. He was finally in Game 5, but or in Game 4, he was not in Game 5 again. So yeah, I mean, Wemby he played extremely unethical and dirty, and that was probably one of the main things in this series.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what you see out of like a high ego young player, first overall talent, taking his team to the championship. You know, he's going to show off some swag and try to play a little dirty for the fans or whatever the case may be. But like, I think that, like I said, it comes along with the package, but it also shows that players like Dylan Harper are truly special because you don't see that with stuff like him, who's a younger guy and he doesn't act like that. And with Wemby. The dirty acts. I mean, like I think he said it after the OKC series. Like losing it is just his life. Like he hates it. Like if he wins, like his life depends on it. So I mean, I guess that's just what I mean. Like I said, comes along with the package, and hopefully he can grow as a player, and he'll be running this league very soon.
Yeah, I think that Wemby right now at this stage in his career, he's so young, he just lets his emotions get the best of him sometimes. And when you're in the NBA Finals and you're playing against a disciplined team like the Knicks, who has is not a young team, they're all veterans and they're ready for this is their moment. They're not gonna let that slide. And I don't mean let that slide in terms of fighting back. I mean they're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna take advantage of him letting his emotions get the best of him. And that's exactly what happened. And Sam just distracted me, but I lost my entire train of thought. But we'll go on to Hunter now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was one NBA player the other day that said it. It might have been Draymond Green. He said the foreign players tend to be more dirty in playing like that. And I mean, it's ironic that Draymond's saying that, but
That's what
I
I was
think
going to say something similar to that because I feel like overseas basketball's a lot more hectic over there. So I
yeah,
mean they're
you're
kind of used
from a
to it.
young age, you're getting beat up by grown men playing basketball.
Yeah.
So they're like trained to play like that, but it's still not acceptable. I mean, there were so many instances. I mean, we've seen it with Joel Embiid do it to the Knicks in the past. I mean, the ones that come to mind right away was the shove on Brunson. There was the closeout on Hart where they didn't call that either. When Jalen Brunson got one, which was the same type of foul. In Game 4, he got the flagrant for elbowing Karl Anthony Towns. That put him 1 point away from a suspension. And then Game 5, he probably had a even more clear and blatant flagrant foul, which clearly stepping his foot out in front of Brunson on purpose. And I do think, though, that if there was a Game 6, I think he would have been suspended for that.
Um, two quick
You go
points.
first.
No, I just had two quick points. One of them's are unrelated, but obviously any elbow to the face, they call it a flagrant because that's just what it is. But
Yeah.
the one they called from a flagrant was the least egregious of all the dirty plays he
Yeah,
committed, the elbow to
probably.
Cat.
Because that
And
probably looks like it wasn't on purpose at all.
yeah, 100%.
And also, I mean, again, unrelated, but the one that Josh Hart got in Game 5, where I think it was De'Aaron Fox who gave him like a slight push. I didn't think should have been upgraded, but I mean, I guess no, like really structure of falling. But yeah, back to what Hunter was saying. Um, we actually spoke about this a lot during the series. He's the NBA golden boy. They're not going to give him anything. I mean, he's the player that gets him the most money. So at the end of the day, they're not going to try to suspend him for the finals, which I get. But like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
You could see with the way that they were calling fouls on other Brunson threes that if any other player besides Wemby in that case stuck his foot out, they would have called the foul and it would have been reviewed immediately for a flagrant and it would have been updated. But clearly something went on in the ref meetings, which it's going to happen because you don't want the star player to not play in the finals. Clearly something went on where they said be a little lenient with Wemby, make sure that he doesn't pick up any egregious fouls. So
Yeah, I back to what I said about if there was a game 6, where there's not, the Knicks are champions. But I think that that one was even more clear. You could see his eyes go right to the foot of Brunson, and with the shove, you can make the argument that he was just trying to get him off of his jersey. Which I mean, he wasn't, but you can make the argument for it. But the other one, like if the Knicks lose Game 5 and the refs go and look at that play, I mean, and they determine it wasn't a flagrant, that's just like destroying the integrity of the rule that they created to protect players. And I mean, that would have been a disgrace to basketball. But yeah, let's get right into the refs. I mean, they were clearly favoring the Spurs the entire series. I mean, I don't think there was one game that went the Knicks' way the entire series.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was game three, the game that they lost at MSG. I was talking to Hunter and Ethan about this. I think that if the NBA doesn't implement something like the MLB, the ABS challenging, where teams are able to review it and they get it 100% correct instead of reviewing it, maybe getting it wrong, and then the next day telling us, oh, okay, this was the wrong call, whatever the case may be,
It's a
reviewing it on the
very
spot.
different situation.
I understand that, but like the AI system is what I'm trying to get at, not ABS as in general, but I mean, the MLB uses it. It worked very effectively. And I think that if the NBA doesn't do it, they're going to continue to favor these star players, and it's just going to ruin the sport.
I think that the NBA made it clear what they were trying to do. They were trying to protect Victor Wembanyama, and I said this to a bunch of people during the game. When you have two star players, two top 10 players in the NBA on each team, two big markets, you want them to both be protected equally. When Jalen Brunson lands on Wembanyama's foot, which was a complete flagrant foul and a completely not ethical play whatsoever, he needs to be protected and they need to call a foul on that because that's the third time in the series when Brunson is on the floor after a play that should have been a foul and his ankle or his knee or something else is hurt. Wembanyama, on the other hand, any slight contact is a foul. And you have to have the equal protection for the same players. I liked how Sam said earlier with the shove in the back from Fox. I didn't think that was should have been a flagrant, but they called it both ways evenly. If you want to call the game loosely, you want to call the game tighter, you have to call it evenly. But the game was not called even at all. They didn't protect Brunson, they protected Wemby, and that really pissed me off. But I'm so glad that we don't have to do all this what ifs because we're champions and none of that matters anymore.
Yeah,
I agree.
because the Knicks always fight against adversity and do not give up when adversity hits, unlike the guy
They're
to
resilient.
my left. And they do have a lot of resiliency, and they never give up. And that was seen this entire series, even though one person doesn't think they have any resiliency.
Not
But
sure
they
who that
do.
is.
But they do. And yeah, let's go to one more thing about the Spurs before we dive in to how the Knicks actually did this. Dylan Harper is unbelievable. I mean, that kid is he might be a superstar already. He reminds me of Kyrie Irving by the way he finishes at the rim. Um, he's always able to like go under a defender and score at any point. Um, and thank God Mitch Johnson didn't want to play him.
I mean, yeah, I said from the beginning that starting De'Aaron Fox over him was a big mistake, and that, um, like, I said this to them earlier in the series that I'm very happy that the Dylan Harper that we saw in this playoffs, that's the worst version of him that we'll ever see. I mean, and he was still like ridiculously good. So I mean, yeah, he's gonna be ridiculous. And I mean, it just opens up so much room for the Spurs and so much flexibility with what De'Aaron Fox can like that situation can hold. Because I mean, do they really need him anymore?
Yeah, I mean, if Dylan Harper was starting the whole series, we'd have many different conversations on this podcast right now.
Series isn't over yet.
And yeah, and I appreciate Mitch Johnson for that. And I think that like a lot of the Spurs, they're so young that they kind of just have to mold in, and they needed this experience of losing because we saw even though Harper wasn't committing dirty plays because he's not an idiot like Wembanyama. There were times when the crowd amped him up and he was committing hard fouls on Brunson that was
Yeah.
unnecessary, and he took himself out of the game in game five
Yeah.
because he kept fouling Brunson on the perimeter, which was
Hmm.
completely unnecessary. If he kind of gets his emotions in check, which he probably will because he's so young and he's normally very composed. So I'm not concerned about that. But thank God he's not in the Eastern Conference because he's going to be a problem for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs are so young and they're going to be hard for the NBA for a very long time. I mean, the Spurs and the Thunder going up to battle in the West is going to be crazy for the next decade. We'll see like how they develop together, but you saw their youth like shine through. You saw Wemby, the him not being mature with the fouls. You saw Harper at the end of Game 5 with the missed free throws and then the missed layup. I mean, that's pretty much what lost them the game. Castle with a terrible game in Game 5. And yeah, I mean, but they're going to be very good once they keep developing together. And thank you to De'Aaron Fox for the win.
Yeah, I mean, not much else to put to it. Just said De'Aaron Fox is not start. Yeah, if De'Aaron Fox isn't starting this game, it's a totally different series, and who knows if the Knicks would have even made that 29-point comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to add to their bench a little bit also.
Mhm. They were just inconsistent. I mean, Keldon Johnson didn't really give him anything. Champagny was
Mhm.
inconsistent. Cornette wasn't great. But yeah, let's get into that 29-point comeback where the Knicks showed their resiliency that they always show. It was a disaster first half. I mean, they were down as much as 27 in the first half, 29 as the third quarter opened up. It was 81-52. You see most teams, I mean, specifically the Cavs, the Sixers, the Hawks, they just let the Knicks blow the doors off of them. And okay, we'll get them. We'll move on to Game 5, 2-2. We're going back to San Antonio. Not these Knicks. And that's exactly what they did. They fought all the way back to the point where OG Anunoby, obviously, the game-winning tip-in will be remembered forever. Um, there's so much you could say about this game, and it just perfectly represents the Jalen Brunson era of Knicks basketball.
Yeah, I remember when that game was going into halftime, I was texting both of them. I was saying, this team is resilient. Everyone needs to calm down. Jalen Brunson can
Really?
take us through this. So, I mean, as we saw,
Were
he
you?
did. And
Were you really
I
saying
mean,
that?
it just shows. Yeah, I was. It just shows how ridiculous of a player he is, and
I must be
why
remembering
OG
wrong.
Anunoby. No, I there's a screenshot of it actually of me saying Jalen Brunson's been through this. They're resilient, and 29 points is nothing in the NBA. So yeah, and they showed me right. They proved me right, and they proved these two fools wrong. That's simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess Sam's always right. He's never been wrong before.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's the one that's optimistic, right? It's not like
Yeah.
he
That's
rage named the group chat optimism because I was still not ending the world by the time they
no,
were
because
down 12.
optimism is very important. So I'm just
Okay.
making you guys every time you open the group
All
chat,
right.
you now see optimism.
Same kid that says that he's not pleased and wants a dynasty, by the way.
Exactly.
Never said
But
that.
but yeah, my thoughts on the game. I mean, this game was honestly such a blur for me because the lead was at 15 and then all of a sudden I blinked. I don't remember how, and then it was a 4 point game. Like I don't
Yeah.
remember
That fourth quarter
what the
sequence
sequence was, what how they did it. The defense was so good in the second half. I mean,
is what these Knicks do.
defense was
Yes, it is.
amazing, and it was just meant to be like Brunson barely scraping 6 foot, hitting a contested three over the however long wingspan of Wembanyama,
One point.
8
OG
foot.
perfectly timing the jump. Like as soon as that game was over, no one wanted to say it out loud because you didn't want to like jinx or anything, but like I pretty much knew that the series was over. Like there's no way that the
Yeah.
Spurs were coming back.
You know the Spurs, especially a young team, they're like dead from that. And like let's just with that 15 point, it was a 15-point game start the fourth quarter. And then Karl Anthony Towns hits that ridiculous step back three in the corner which should have been a 4-point play, but of course it wasn't with these referees. Then Harper threw the ball away to Anunoby, I remember, and Cat went down, got fouled again, no call. And suddenly, 9-point game. Alvarado, who we need to talk about, he was unbelievable. Finds Anunoby. Suddenly, we're right back here. Jalen Brunson, that contested three over Wembanyama is one of my favorite Knick plays I've ever watched. Mike Breen nailed the call as per usual. And
Wait,
then
can I add something? Can I
yeah,
add something? I think that Wemby smoking both free throws felt better than Brunson hitting the three. Obviously, Brunson three they would have lost without it, but like Wemby missing the free throws brought so much joy to me, especially after the game. Guy's
And
such a
Ethan,
loser.
wait, back to what you were saying about how the Spurs were dead after that loss. I mean, we saw it with the Knicks last year with the Halliburton shot. Like after that shot, the series was virtually over because everyone on the team was just not there mentally
yeah, we
anymore.
saw it with
And
the
we see it
Cavs in the
now.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You
Also,
can't
can I
survive.
add? Little off topic, but I don't know if you guys feel the same way as me, but I've grown such a hatred for Victor Wembanyama over the series that
So quickly.
I kind of miss Tyrese Halliburton. Like at least he wasn't like making dirty plays like yeah, he did like the choke or whatever, but like I just hate Wembanyama so much. I
Yeah.
miss Halliburton and Tatum kind of a little bit.
I miss Tatum so much. I mean, Tatum's the guy who when we go up against him, he's like he's
Cooks us
such
every
a
time,
he dominates. I mean, he
every
was
time.
crushing us in the game where he tore his Achilles. I mean, Embiid is always trying to injure players. Donovan
Mhm.
Mitchell, really, the Knicks are never
I
even
like
like
Mitchell
close
because
to
he's
losing to
a
him.
Mets fan, so.
And I like Donovan
It
Mitchell because he's just loses every time.
because he's
Sam
Donovan
likes him
Mitchell.
because Sam likes him because he's a Mets fan, and Sam secretly likes the Mets.
But
Mm, okay.
Tatum's the one that I mean, none of the players in this playoff run really struck like fear in like he's going to go out and dominate the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks were able to
Villanova
stop
did.
Wemby. Yeah, but he was a bench player and he's not he's a rookie. I mean,
By the
so
way, I remember we were at the game together, game one versus Atlanta, and obviously talking afterwards, saying how much we hated CJ McCollum. How much do you guys love CJ McCollum now?
He
he was
sparked
probably the
something in the
one
locker room.
that beat us the most and hurt us the
Yeah, I
most this
know.
postseason.
And he wasn't an asshole about it. He kind of was just like, nah, I'm just here to play basketball, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But when was the moment in this game where I mean, Sam probably still doesn't think they're going to win that game. But we'll go around. I want to. When was the moment that you guys really said, like, this isn't a fake comeback, as Sam always says, that every single comeback is fake because the Knicks have no resiliency? But I think for me, it was probably the. It was what I said with Dylan Harper throwing the ball away to Anunoby and the ball coming right back up. I think the Knicks were down 11 at that point. But I know this Knicks team, and I know that once that happens, they're gonna just keep on storming back.
Mine wasn't like a specific point in the game. Mine was more of like once the crowd realizes that like okay, we've done this before, it could happen. So like when the lead was 17-ish at the end of the third quarter and the crowd was really getting into it, and then they cut it to 15, and then they cut it to 12, and then they cut it to 10. That's I just knew at one point they would really take over. And then when Jose hit that three, I think it was to put
Oh
us
yeah.
down four at the top of the key at the end of the shot clock. I mean, you can't make that up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
I
his bounce pass across the court to
To
OG.
OG.
yeah, I knew once it got down, once Cat hit that step back three, I knew the comeback wasn't fake. When I realized, like, holy shit, like, we might win this game is when OG hit the three in the corner to make it four.
Yeah. When I thought we were gonna win that game when the pass was thrown away. But when crazy stuff starts happening in the game with the Knicks, it's when they are like they're gonna make it a close one. I mean, when Brunson hit that crazy floater and one in the third quarter where he just threw it up, I think that might have cut it to like 17 or something. I think I knew right there that this game wasn't gonna be over and we'd see Kolek and Dadier, and that's just the Knicks' resiliency that they don't have. Um, but
You mean they
obviously,
do have?
No, no, no. To you, they don't have. But the OG Anunoby tip-in
What?
will live forever in Knicks history. Mike Brown said it, probably the most iconic play in Knicks history. And now,
Dare I say, one of the most iconic plays in New York sports history as well.
oh yeah,
No, you don't dare.
especially.
No, you do not.
But let's move on to the Jalen Brunson legacy game, the signature game from number 11, game 5 on the road in San Antonio. 45 points from the captain. He was 2 points away from having half of their points. I mean, that's just that shows how special he was. 15 in the fourth quarter, and he sized up Victor Wembanyama and went right at him and scored. And that's Jalen Brunson. I mean, that's what he does, and it's what he keeps on doing.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, when they were down 29, I said to the guys, don't worry. It's Jalen Brunson. Like, we've seen this story before. He can come back. Their team resilient. He's resilient. He's a dog. And look where we are now.
I mean, this game is the type of Brunson when he's at his best. And I know that people like to run away with the narrative, not as much this year as it was last year or when it was 2 years ago, that he draws fouls too much and he flops too much. But when he's shooting 10 plus free throws, getting guys off their feet, and also getting to the rim and scoring over Wemby and hitting tough shots, I mean, that's when he's at his best. And we were waiting all playoffs for the Brunson 40 ball, and we got it in the most important game because, of
Hmm.
course, we were going to get it in the most important game because it's Jalen Brunson, and that's what he does.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, sir.
he wasn't the best point guard in this series because Dylan Harper was, according to Sam. I mean, the
Yep.
Spurs figured out
He was.
how to beat him in game 1, and I mean that's really why the Spurs are NBA champions right now. I mean, they were able to stop Jalen Brunson. They were able to shut him down. The Knicks. I mean, yeah, Mike Brown's a terrible
You're the
coach,
worst. You
as
are the
Ethan
worst.
thinks. Yeah, I mean, that's just
You are actually the worst.
that's Jalen Brunson, and he's the Finals MVP as he should. I mean, it's crazy. I don't remember a series where it's like you don't actually know who it's going to be until the end. I mean, it was Cat right away for the first two, and then OG through game 3 and 4. He thought he was going to win it, and then Brunson dominates and wins them the championship, and that's it. And just like that, the Knicks are NBA champions for the first time in 53 years.
Can we clap it up for Leon Rose? That guy's a genius.
We can.
Standing ovation for Mike Brown, by the way.
Yep.
Who let the dogs out?
Yep.
And
And
then
oh wait, I will say, me and Jake in the first round playoff preview, I said Mike Brown is a fantastic coach, and I got the looks of disgust from both of you. So I want apologies from both of you right now.
I'll still say I don't think Mike Brown's a fantastic coach. I think Mike Brown's a really, really good coach. And
You are the worst.
dude, Mike Brown was amazing. I mean, he was. I still stand that I don't think he's a fantastic coach. He was great this postseason, and without him, they're not champions. But the last of the celebration, not the last, but the big celebration is going to be this Thursday down the Canyon of Heroes. The parade. I think all of us are
All
going,
right.
so it's gonna be awesome. They're gonna get keys to the city, the entire team, and you're gonna see Brunson and Hart slamming down beers on some floats, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. I'm thinking about taking like a 4:40 in the morning train, getting there pretty early. Because I mean, you're going to be shoulder to shoulder with millions of people regardless of
Oh
what time
yeah.
you go. So, I mean, I just want to see it. It'll be pretty cool. First one in my life, and I'm making sure that I'm there no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't I didn't even know what a parade was like because my teams have been so bad for so long that after we won it, my dad was like, "All right, we're booking the hotel for the parade." And I'm like, wait, what even happens at the parade? I just like I didn't know what a parade was like. That's how bad my teams have been. And the city needs this. It's gonna be one of, if not the best parades in the history of sports. and hopefully everyone stays safe, but hopefully everyone is able to celebrate and have fun still.
Yeah, and a great part about them winning it all is it's a very, very short off season. I mean, the draft is in about a week. I mean, the Knicks, Leon Rose, right back to work. He hosted Isaiah Evans on a pre-draft workout the day after they got back, and they have
Did
24,
he actually?
31. Yep. They have
I
24,
didn't know that.
31, 55 in the draft next week. Then it's free agency. Bring back Mitch, bring back Shamit. Make sure you're able to keep Diawara, run it back, go dominate the NBA again, and that's what this team is gonna do. And they are NBA champions for the first time in 53 years. Thank you all for watching episode 18 of Inside the Numbers. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.